12 rounds from 2009. You can't see me, but should you see this Die Hard with a Vengeance ripoff starring John Cena and Littlefinger from Game of Thrones? Watch to find out.
Kyle's Reviews! Kyle's Reviews!
If you do want to see 12 rounds, check out the description below. I was looking for something to watch the other day, and I was on HBO Max, and I put it in action, and they list the movies in alphabetical order, and 12 rounds was one of the top ones. I'm like, oh, it's John Cena. I know he made some movies before Suicide Squad, so I'm like, let me take a look at it. Well, it turns out the beginning is kind of confusing, because we see some FBI guys, and they got a bad guy wired, they got cameras on them, but then the bad guy turns on the FBI.
I set you up.
Because he's supposed to turn in Aidan Gillen, a.k.a. Littlefinger, from Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones. But then Peter Baelish turns on the guy that turned on the FBI.
Thanks for the ride.
It doesn't really matter, though. I mean, it is confusing. I was sort of half watching. I had it on the background because I'm like, oh, it's a dumb action movie. I had to pause and rewind twice in like 15 minutes. But none of that matters because the star of the movie is John Cena. John Cena is a cop who's out on patrol.
FBI update. Suspects in custody, but Miles Jackson is still at large. Looking for gray van, Louisiana plates, Alpha Golf, November 803. Standby.
Unit 14 en route for the lower 9.
When Aidan Gillen goes on the run, the FBI calls out all units, all police officers, be on the lookout for him. In John Cena's brains, he's like, we're supposed to go that way, but that's his girlfriend.
Turn around.
Turn around. What are you talking about? Danny, we're black. We gotta get over there.
We gotta stop that car. That's the girl. The girl in the car.
So after a chase, John Cena catches Aidan Gillen, but Aidan Gillen's girlfriend's in the car, and she tries to run away, and bam, an innocent passerby runs her down. Gillen's like, I'll get revenge on you, Cena. Cut to a year later. Guess what happens? They have a nice talk, and they hug it out. No. So, year later, Gillen's character, Littlefinger, has escaped from prison, and he's kidnapped John Cena's girlfriend, and he's like, I'm going to kill her unless you do these 12 tasks. And from then on, it's Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's the same thing, like, go here and do this. You have 10 minutes. And he does it, and he solves it, and then they're like, okay, now go here. So, it's definitely not original. I will give it credit, though, because it is kind of smart. John Cena's character is a cop. In a lot of these movies, he would go rogue or something. In this one, he actually calls his partner up.
I'll let your boy.
Hank, call DOT. Have him stall the Thomas Jefferson Ferry.
Whoa. What's going on, Danny? Slow down.
Miles Jackson. He broke out of prison. I don't know how. But if we don't stop that ferry in the next 30 seconds, I'll never see Molly again.
He gets in contact with the FBI. Now, at first, he has some guff with the FBI because the FBI wants to do it their way. But basically, he's using his resources to help catch Littlefinger, which is not something you see in a lot of movies. You don't, because it is. It's usually the lone guy going on his own. So I'm giving him that credit for that. It does kind of drag because there are like 12, and because you could probably figure out what's going on basically long before John Cena's character does. But, he is a charismatic presence. He's not really cracking jokes like in Peacemaker, but it is entertaining, and I'm going to give it 3 thumbs up. Unoriginal, John Cena with a Vengeance, and Littlefinger.